Alrighty, YouTube, welcome back. Likes, comments, subs also help the channel grow, and it's completely free. So, we're done with the garden for now. Had a pretty chill boss fight. Things are looking up. Let's see how we can mess that up and have things go horribly wrong. Because you know things can't go really well for that long, right? That doesn't happen.
What's it say?
Lunar New Year Festival is right around the corner, and the Dragon Chariot, Red Star's signature vehicle, has been stolen. Considering Huey is likely busy with other matters at the moment, we thought it best ask for your help instead. I'll be waiting for your answer in front of the Eastern Theater. Eastern Theater, huh? That reminds me, we should probably see a movie, shouldn't we? Let's do that, because I'm gonna forget 100% to do that.
I can barely contain myself. What would you like?
Well, once again, we're broke. Oh, wait. Yeah, we got some of that.
Please stop by again sometime. What would you like?
Bye. There we go.
Please stop by again sometime.
Why don't we see?
Nothing new in there. Okay. So I guess we can't go see anything in the theater, so never mind. Don't have like a regular... Don't look like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like they have a regular, like, theater here. So I think we can miss that. Think is a key word. Are you the... Yeah, that's in the request. And looks like you've got Heron with you, too. I probably pronounced that horribly wrong. Yeah, I'm with Red Star. Thank you for coming. Yeah, it's a lot of words I can't pronounce. See, you brought Aaron along as well. That's very encouraging. Yeah. With me on board, it's always smooth sailing. Anyway, what's this I'm hearing about the Dragon Chariot going missing? It was over in the main plaza up until yesterday, wasn't it? Why is he facing the wrong way? Bro, the conversation's over here. But alright. I have a question, actually. What exactly is a Dragon Chariot? Alright, I suppose if you're not from Linkport, you probably wouldn't be too familiar with it. It's a yearly tradition, kind of a symbolic thing. Okay, for every year, the most influential people in Huey invest large sums of mirror into prepping a high-class luxury car to put on display. Fun fact, I'll probably start Sky first sometime this year. Nice! Let me know what you think of it. Then you show it off at the Lunar New Year Festival to impress anyone with eyes. It's to make sure everyone knows how rich and powerful Huey is. Yeah, I hear in the old days they used to do it with boats and ox carts. Ever since Red Star came around, though, luxury orbital cars have been the staple. After the festival, it gets around to every location you can think of before eventually being auctioned off. Auctioned off? I suppose the Eastern Theater serves as the auction house? That's correct. In fact, the Dragon Chariot was supposed to be brought into the theater today. We were actually just having a meeting about it. You'll consider streaming because of how many people might be invested? Yeah, it looks like it's a lot of fun. Fortunately, just as we were getting ready to proceed, it disappeared. How does that happen? If we don't do something, our company will be out a huge investment, and that's not even to mention how much it'll inconvenience our partners at Huey. Is there any way we can enlist your services to help retrieve the Dragon Chariot? Well, what do you say, old man? Well, sure. We do all the quests in these games, so why stop now? Huey's not really in a place to deal with this right now, and I've had my fair share of experience with stuff like this. Besides, as a casual fan of orbital cars myself, I wanted to see whoever stole that beauty brought to justice. Casual fan, he says. Alright, I'm with you. We can't just let some 2-bit thieves get away with something like this. I appreciate you doing us this kindness. To be honest, I was a bit worried you might take the job. It was an incredibly expensive vehicle after all. If you don't imagine to get it back, Red Star will be at a huge financial loss. This may not be relevant to the investigation, but exactly how much is the Dragon Chariot worth? Let's see, the Chasis base is one of Red Star's more pricey models, the Nexus 3. And then you've got the embroidering work from First Class Professional, the pure gold ornamental pieces, the gold outer coating. Manufacturing costs alone would put it at 30 million Mira. Yeah, that's a lot. 30 million Mira. I can't believe someone would pay so much for a single car. And when it comes time to auction, the highest bidding price usually goes well beyond the original value. There's no doubt that the thieves would be able to make a rather significant profit from it. That's putting it mildly. Imagine they mean to use the money to fund their criminal activities. From a risk management perspective, this case seems absolutely critical. Alright, first things first, I need you to tell me all the details about the car was being transported to the theater. Okay, at any moment you could think of, the car could have been stolen. Rich people things? Exactly, this is pinnacle rich people things. You see, the Red Star crew started moving into the theater around 5 hours ago. They finished about 4 hours ago, after which everyone decided to leave. Fortunately, right around that time, there was one issue that cropped up. Yeah, I bet. It's the whole car not being there, right? It prevented us from being able to keep a proper eye on the chariot. Oh, I thought he was going to be sarcastic. As soon as they started bringing the car in, the revenue service decided to show up for an audit. That's convenient. We were so busy dealing with them, there's no time for anything else. It seemed like it took forever too. The auditors only left a few minutes ago. An audit from the revenue service, huh? So that's how it all ties together. And right after Fan Lu just got arrested on false charges of tax evasion. Makes sense that other businessmen would start being suspected of fraud too, but you gotta admit, the timing's pretty suspicious. Yes, it's hard to believe it's coincidence. Either the criminal knew the revenue service's exact schedule, or perhaps I'm ashamed at our lack of vigilance, but because there were so many crew members on hand, we assumed everything would be fine. Perhaps some of them noticed something we didn't? I think you should have given them more clear instructions. You guys were the ones in charge, after all. Either way, it wouldn't be a bad idea to ask around inside the theater. Just need to take it slow and trace their path, step by step. Let's get to it.
You have my support, Mr. Arkwright.
This is gonna be a lot of reading in it. Yeah, her name's Fuka. How about that? Anyway. What can I do for you? Actually, those people, with you, aren't they? Hey, we're popular, I guess. Yeah, we just have a few questions we'd like to ask you. We heard about the Dragon Chariot being stolen, right? Yeah, yes, I have. In fact, I even gave them a bit of a hand when they were bringing it in. But, I'm sorry, I really don't have any idea when it was taken. Side quest night is also reading night? Yup. I mean, to be fair, even main story is not really voiced, so doesn't really change much. Even the smallest detail you can remember might help us. Did you notice if something felt off at the time? Yes, there was one thing, although it might not, or I might just be overthinking it. About 3 hours ago, someone from Red Star came back to the theater with a big truck. I assumed he came just to do some additional servicing, but I was so busy at the time I wasn't able to pay much attention. Certainly does sound strange. After all, according to the crew left the theater about 4 hours ago. Then if they had forgotten to take care of something, it would be unusual to send a single person without informing anyone beforehand. And me who had his hands full with the revenue service right after the actual Red Star crew left. That would have been the first time to get the car out without anyone noticing. Yeah, my bet's on this Red Star guy she saw being a fake. He played the part well enough, nobody would even blink an eye if he stole the car. So sorry, if I had paid more attention, then this wouldn't have happened. It's not your fault. Still, don't you think a truck big enough to haul the Dragon Chariot would stand out in a place like Langport? I have a feeling they hid it somewhere. Must have been a pain in the ass finding a place that could fit it all. Maybe someone involved in transporting goods might know something. Now I think about it, that delivery guy, Anthony, runs mail all over Newtown. He's probably got a few contacts in the shipping industry. Wouldn't be surprised if he knows something. Let's get going then. So what, we're over to Newtown then? I think we're over to Newtown. Yeah. To Newtown!
What are we waiting for?
Okay, that's the board. We're gonna put off doing that until after we're done with this. So how many quests are there? There's 2 here, so 3 side quests it looks like.
Got a question for you.
A truck carrying heavy cargo, huh? Well, I mean, Lakeport is a harbor city. It's not really unusual to see trucks that big every now and then. Actually, now that I think about it, I do remember seeing a large Red Star truck headed for the harbor district around the time you mentioned. And you hadn't noticed any changes in the area lately, have you? Any workers you haven't seen before running out storage space or boats? Can't say that I have, but maybe something jog your memory? Well, you remember that warehouse where there was a murder about half a year ago? That happened. Most people around here didn't want a thing to do with it. I mean, yeah, murder would probably be pretty off-putting to people, wouldn't you say? Just recently, one of my clients, a guy named Lai Hong, said his company decided to start renting it. Heard they stopped using it though. Was wondering if maybe something had happened. That warehouse. Guess it makes sense people would be avoiding the place. The fact that somebody wanted to rent it at all smells pretty fishy to me. Also, more than big enough to hide not just the car, but the truck carrying it too. Looks like the harbor's our only lead right now. Let's go see what we can find. Of all the places, why'd it have to be there? Because that way they can reuse assets. Please understand.
Heading to the objective.
Is there gonna be a chest somewhere over here? Doesn't look like it.
Hey, isn't that?
That's one of the Marduk Company's high-speed airships.
Looks like Costume's in the middle of something.
That's main story. We're not doing main story right now, guys. Please stay focused. We're doing the side content. Oh, we have to play basketball, apparently.
Take a look if you want. Thanks.
Well, basketball time. Yeah, I already have enough to read. Let's play the basketball. There's difficulty levels? Sure, normal. Aw, that should've gone in. That should've gone in too. There we go. Wow, that was some bad luck. I don't feel like I played that poorly.
Nice moves.
Random basketball minigame, it's kind of hype. It's very, very basic. But yes.
In it goes.
It literally basically just boils down to timing.
In it goes.
Damn it.
That went well.
I don't even think you need to do the basketball to get the S rank, but you just get items for it. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he just nailed that one over me. It took forever that time.
Nice moves.
We win! Huzzah! It's just like playing 2K,
Game,
yeah.
Set and match.
It's exactly the same. Yep. Shield tablet, sure. I will probably never use it, but hey, we did it. Alright. This is where we need to be. Wonder what happened. That's what we're here to ask you about, actually. Are you Lai Hong? We heard you're the guy that's renting this place out. And you're totally not a suspect, by the way. We don't suspect you of anything. That's me. Is there something I could help you with? We're in the middle of an investigation, and this warehouse came up as a spot of interest. We were told that you had to stop using this one in particular. Is that correct? Yep, that's right. My understanding is that they found some kind of issue related to last year's incident. Yesterday, someone from a security company that oversees the harbor showed up and said they'd be taking it over temporarily. And yet, did something else happen? Well, I came by here just a minute ago to take a look, and it seems like somebody else has been making use of it. Dun dun dun. That shouldn't happen if the security company is keeping it under lock and key, though. That is pretty suspicious. Hate to ask, but would you mind letting us take a peek? That's fine. To be honest, I was just sitting here wondering whether I should take a look myself. We could learn something from it. I don't see the harm. Well, that was easy. Easiest side quest ever. I'm guessing that's not your company's truck, right? It's definitely not. Who in the world brought this thing in here? What's the security company up to? Yeah, I don't think it's the security company, dude. Let's hope the Dragon Chariot is still in here. Yeah. Unfortunately, the delivery bed was completely empty. Well, that's about what I expected. Must have been a temporary storage location for them along the way. Probably realized how likely it was for the police to check the warehouse. They picked this location as a decoy. Just attempted to access the server of the security firm that controls this area. However, there's no record of any new issues being found with this particular warehouse, nor is there record of them taking temporary custody over it. Seems likely the security personnel that informed you of this supposed issue was an imposter. Can't believe they managed to pull one over on me with such a simple disguise. I feel so foolish. Huh? It kind of seems like something about him stood out to you. Well, you see, I couldn't help but notice his hair was a rather striking shade of green. Gave me a bit of a startle, honestly. Green hair, huh? That means he'll stand out in a crowd. At any rate, looks like the thief brought the chariot to the harbor in this truck and then transferred it to some other vehicle. Whether it was another truck or a boat remains to be seen, though. Let's ask around and see if we can pick up on their trail. I guess it would be too much to ask for that to have been it.
Looks like a chest.
We can't have things be simple, can we? We're not allowed to have simple, easy things.
That's a good lock. Now do no sweat. That's a good lock. Now do I bypass the security?
Well, that could have been bad. I'm just kind of hoping I'm going the right way. I have really no idea.
Hit stuff. No sweat. Now
Oh,
I've done
crap.
it. I'm not
Oh,
done
there's
yet.
no checkpoint?
Time's almost up.
Oh, there's no checkpoint. I think we're cooked. I think we are cooked. We're 100% cooked. Welp. That was very unfortunate.
That's a good lock. Now do I bypass the security?
I think they just pull numbers out of a hat to determine how hard these things are, because this is supposed to be a level 1 and it's longer than several of the level 3s. So, I feel kind of lied to. I feel a bit misled.
That's a good lock. Now do me a solid. I bypass the security.
okay, it's right there. We're not falling for that again.
Time's almost up. I've got control of the system.
Quintet. Swapple will not. Oh, cool, it's an arch driver. And we got 2 SP for that. Nice. I guess theoretically that means if you miss a chest, you could not get an S rank. That's terrifying. I want my S rank. I deeply, deeply care about my S rank.
Next ship should be.
Why don't we see?
Keeps marking it as that there's something there, but there's not. Anyway. Oh, sorry. Wrong button.
Got a question for you.
Suspicious heavy cargo, huh? No, I haven't taken on anything like that myself. Well, actually, it might not be related, but this morning, someone I've never seen before came in to charter a boat. Oh yeah, mind telling us what they looked like? What type of boat did they rent? Well, they were a man, a middle-aged Navy type, with a little bit of a beard. I think he said he was an officer? No, a lieutenant colonel. I thought it was a bit odd for someone from the Navy to be renting a civilian boat, but I didn't really think much of it. I mean, we get all kinds. So it's not every day you see people renting an orbital sail with small barge attached. An orbital sail, those are vessel orbital engines that propel them more easily than a regular sailboat. Those engines are only auxiliary, however, as they don't provide much in the way of horsepower. That being said, if the barge is small enough to carry a single vehicle, this engine may just be sufficient enough to tow it. This Navy guy sounds like he's our target. Did the boat leave already? Yes, I barely taken my eyes off them for a second before they were gone. Sounds like there's more going on here than I thought. Should I not have rented out the equipment? You got nothing to worry about. Anyway, I think we got a pretty good idea of the scale of the scheme now. Let's find a place where we can sort through everything we've learned so far. How on earth are we supposed to catch them if they're on a boat? At least now we know the sequence of events. Sum it up, we have people believed to be the culprits bringing a truck to the theater, moving it to the warehouse, and then renting a boat with a barge. Every location, they were disguised to look like someone who could feasibly have business there. We were given 2 descriptions, a young guy with green hair dressed like a security guard and a middle-aged Navy officer. I don't know what the guy pretending to be a Red Star employee looked like, but do you think they were all different people in disguise? I have heard there's a phantom thief capable of mimicking the likeness of various people, by himself no less. Though he seems to be an isolated case, we should be careful not to discount the possibility that this is the work of a single individual. That's true. Oh, I have to pick? Oh. I mean, I think it's multiple, right? It has to be multiple. I mean, I think it has to be. Okay, I looked it up just to confirm. I thought it was multiple culprits. It is multiple culprits. So, huzzah, good job, brain. I've got a feeling we're dealing with multiple culprits here. Coming to conclusions like any good detective? Indeed. I mean, if it really was just one guy, there wouldn't be any point in making it all so complicated, right? They're probably only handing off the car to one another in disguise so it'd be harder to track down. Makes sense to me. So who's behind it? That's the question. You figured everything out already, haven't you? Well, the first people coming to mind are Mafia looking to get hit in Huey, one of Red Star's rivals, a small group of amateur thieves. Could it be one of the rivals? Maybe? The Mafia looking to get a hit on Huey. Maybe? Like, it's possible. One guy in a bunch of disguises is more funny, though. It is. I don't know which one it would be. Like, these all seem somewhat plausible. The only thing that throws it off is the whole admiral thing, because that would be kind of... Or the whole military thing, that would be kind of weird. That leads me to believe it's probably this one. Because if it was one of these two, I don't think they'd do that. It doesn't seem like they have the budget, so let's see. I'll check, but this is my guess for the record. Ah, I was right. It is. Let's go. I'm thinking it might just be a small group of amateur thieves. If a bigger organization was involved, they would have put together a plan with a higher chance of success. These guys prepped the warehouse and boat right before committing the crime, which makes me think there wasn't a whole lot of brainpower involved. Regardless of speculation, though, they did still manage to get away with it. I agree. Looking at their plan, it seems a bit rushed and simplistic. I do agree. They seem to have only succeeded by being well coordinated and light on their feet. I must say, it also seems unlikely that the visit from the revenue service had anything to do with them. No brainpower, let's go. I have no brainpower. I agree. How's it going, Ione? That was a little too convenient for my liking, but it's probably not as relevant as we thought. Let's go back over what we know now about these guys again. They're capable of rudimentary disguise, trust each other, operate as a small unit, and work fast. You guys also remember a certain threesome that fit the bill? You mean those guys we dealt with in Therabad last year? Oh, I completely forgot about them. The Da Vinci brothers? This incident certainly does seem to fit their MO. I completely forgot about that. And according to a recent search, it seems they managed to break out of jail just a few weeks ago. How convenient! Still unclear how they escaped, but it's likely they had outside assistance. I will try not to die. I will do my best. Well, that settles that. All we've got to do is hunt them down. And now, and you know where they went, don't you? Yeah, they must have taken the Dragon Chariot too. An offshore smuggling vessel. That or the eroded cave. This is too specific to not be this, right? I'm guessing this one. Let me look. Yeah, that was way too specific. It had to have been that. Sexy redhead. Yeah, all the ladies seem to love him, that's for sure. Heilong, yeah, that. Those people tend to keep their distance from the place, but it's just close enough to get with an orbital sail. Wait, that's the last place I wanted to go. Makes sense though. There's a reason Almada used it for their hideout. It practically screams, hey, hide your stolen shit here, dude. So what do you think they're doing with it all the way over there? They wanted to sell it off. Why they'd have to load it up again and take it somewhere else, wouldn't they? That's why I thought, yeah, that gave off more of a stench than the eroded cave. It's not easy to tell just by looking at a map. On the east side of, yeah, there's a small path that links up with the main highway. There is. Then the place was used for mining after all. Makes sense that they'd have a few roads for transportation. Gotta be long abandoned by now though. I agree. They disguised the Dragon Chariot somewhere while they have it in Kingsley Chai. They would have no issue taking it to land from there. Ah, so much reading. It's pretty much the long and short of it. Damn, they picked a hell of a target right after getting out of the slammer. Well, what's we waiting for? Let's get our asses over to Heilong Zhangshai. You over, Shu over at the Eastern Quarters Wharf should be able to hook us up with a boat. That, I don't know why that's hard for me to read. So now we have to go get a boat. So back to First Ward.
Off we go.
This is so much reading. I am burning through my water. Is burning through my water the right statement? I don't know if that's the right wording, but you know. Hi, I need a boat. Oh, we don't even talk, it just quick travels? Yep, off we go. Whoa, look at that. Hey, we found them. An orbital sail and a barge. I knew it. That doesn't seem like it'd be very safe. It seems like the car would just fall right off. It seemed to be just as you surmised. So do we actually have to go through here? We probably haven't taken the chariot too far. I bet we'll find them pretty close by. Let's be careful going forward. Okay, I drank way too much water. One quick second. Okay. Do I need to change it? Oh. We got 2 new things here. Hey man, how's it going? Do we need to change anything before going into this? Because this is probably going to be a fight. I'm just going to assume we're okay. I don't see anything over here. We'll assume we're okay. Nice work, other brothers. Wow. So I see the naval officer thing. Also, that's supposed to be a rich car. That it looks very beat up and awful. Like, that does not look like a very rich car. If we manage to get this thing's bits and bobs on the black market, our mirror wheels will be ancient history. Before you know it, we'll be out of Calvert and making a name for ourselves in a whole new part of the world. So they'd show up in the next arc, I see. We could never have done it without your foolproof plan. Who else would have thought to get somebody to meddle with the revenue service? Nobody, that's who. Alright, that's enough praise for me. Besides, you guys played your parts to a T as well. I must say, your disguises have gotten pretty convincing lately. Still, I think one of us really ought to consider changing his hair color next time. Hey, there's what makes me me. No way I'm getting rid of it anytime soon. Oh, whatever. We should be proud of this one. The bonds of brotherhood have secured us yet another victory. Yeah, celebrating too early, don't you think? No toast for you. We deserve a little reward, don't you think? We could always just slip out the abandoned pathway tomorrow. Well, ain't that sweet? Brotherly love is a beautiful thing, right, Van? No doubt about that. And they even let us listen in on their little plan. Nice group of guys, I gotta say. Too bad that's about all the time you're gonna get to celebrate, though. Yep, you losers are ready to be back behind bars. Bonds run so deep. Why not pull all that put all that energy into something that actually helps others for once? Afraid we have you cornered, Devanchi brothers. Turn yourselves in, and we promise to do you no harm. What are you doing here? Actually, haven't I seen you somewhere before? I mean, yeah, we put you behind bars to begin with. You'd think they'd remember. They're the guys that foiled our plans back in Thairbad. Well, at least he remembers. The Spriggan? Why did it have to be you again? Hey, we're not all that thrilled to run into you crooks either. Yeah, you boys are at the end of your rope. And speaking of rope, how about you stand still so we could tie you 3 up? That would be helpful. What, you really think we're just gonna back down now? Meld our plans for the last time. Okay, sure. Don't go getting cocky just because you took us down once before. We'll give you a real run for your money this time. With me, brothers. You got it. Alright. I told you this was gonna turn into a fight. I knew. I've played Trails before. It was 70 degrees yesterday and now it's 28. Yeah, climate change is a bitch. Oh, I have no boosts. That's unfortunate. We are about to get 2 though, so that helps.
Here goes.
That part does help. Let's draw the hate. That is so close to actually... Okay, there we go.
Over here.
That was so close to actually working. Ooh. Okay, we have time before he gets the attack off.
Going all in.
Flames, give us strength! Aaron!
Here goes! You're going down!
I won't hold back.
That was mildly annoying.
Now's your chance for a shot boost.
Just shield. What went in the way of that span?
Cobalt curtain, activate.
I've probably taken these guys way too seriously. Like, this is probably just a jobber fight, but, you know.
It's go time!
Now activating shield.
Blazing flat!
Here's my
Oh yeah, I was 100% taking this too seriously. They're already almost dead.
Now's your chance for a shot boost.
Reset! Take over!
It's all my end.
Yeah, I didn't need to do, like, any of that.
A boost would
Allow me
activate
to
skill.
help. Rocket launch! You're trapped!
Chance!
Give it your all!
I really didn't need to do any of that. I still want to know why Van is so underleveled compared to everyone else. Can't believe we lost to these bastards again. I swear on my soul, this won't be the last year of the Davachi brothers. Yeah, we always bounce back. Just you wait until we get out of prison. The vibes were definitely wannabe gangster. Agreed. You'll get what's coming to you eventually. You're gonna live to regret ever messing with us. Maybe you guys can learn your lesson and stop thieving already. You can act tough all you like, but that's about the least scary thing I've heard all week. Well, that takes care of these idiots. Now I'm just worried about the car. Is it okay? Like, how is that a fancy car? That does not look fancy at all. Seems so. Nothing more than a few minor abrasions. I think we could return it to our clan as is. At least the barge will make getting it back to Laneport a little easier. Yeah, let's bring it back to the theater. What's wrong, man? I'm just remembering something they mentioned earlier. Like hell you're gonna get any more out of me. You guys said something about getting somebody to meddle with the revenue service, didn't you? So the auditing was part of your little heist after all. There we go. The timing was certainly perfect. You're a suspect, rather. Oh, is that all? Fine. If you want to know who our partner in crime is, I'll tell you. The truth is, I don't actually know their name. What? I thought you guys were all buddy-buddy. And here I was thinking you had connections, some big hotshot. Well, I guess I don't mind spilling a few secrets. So you got word from someone using a pseudonym that they wanted to help us out. The only condition was that we had to cause some kind of uproar in Laneport, and it had to be today. Say they all the groundwork. Wow, you sure know how to pick 'em. That didn't seem suspicious to you at all? Look at you, using strangers to your advantage. Nice going. Well, they seem impressed. What's with these guys? For real, you'd think they'd be more angry about the whole being used as pawns thing. Someone's been trying to stir things up in Laneport. So, bet it's whoever betrayed the Liu family. It makes sense that they're the ones pulling the strings here, too. Anyway, before we return the Dragon Chariot, we'd better decide what we're going to do with these guys. It'd probably just put even more stress on Huey if we tried to push him off on them, so let's try and come up with something else. Let's see. Who should we turn them over to? The police, the guild, Marduk Company. What do you guys think? It seems like the police isn't really working. Right? It seems like the police is not really working out. Let's go with the Marduk Company. Why not? I mean, they did break out of prison after all. This is a problem the police need to fix, not the guild. Considering it's the same force that arrested Fan Lao, it is possible that whoever's been pulling the strings inside Huey lately and had all this. Maybe the better option is to turn them over to Marduk? Huh? Why Marduk? I see. Marduk engages in various risk management research opportunities that pertain to maintaining public safety. Will require a great deal of paperwork, but it should be possible for the company to take temporary custody of them. Fortunately, Maria Bell and security chief are currently in Laneport, so they'll be unable to assist in making the handover as smooth as possible. Yeah, I can't say I'm a huge fan of letting a PMC have so much authority. But I guess you guys do have a knack for stuff like this. Fine, I'll let it slide. It's definitely more on the gray side, legally speaking, but hey, that's where we operate best, right? Anyway, I'd appreciate it if you could take care of all the formalities for us. Of course, shouldn't take long at all. So, thanks to Van and crew, the Davachi brothers were captured once again. With the case closed, the Dragon Chariot was soon returned to the theater where it would await its new owner. Okay, it looks better now, I guess. Thank you so much for all you've done. I'm so glad we were able to get the chariot back in one piece. I'd like to say I'm happy for you. I don't need to worry about the Red Star's reputation taking a plummet either. Now that we have the car back, tonight's auction should be able to proceed as planned. Thank you all. I hope you know how truly grateful we are. It's no biggie. I just did what any fellow car lover would do. Yeah, don't you think it's time you got a new hobby, old man? For real, I'm glad it all worked out. I'm sure this car means a lot to the people of Langport. Does indeed. In times like these, that's all the more reason for us to upkeep the tradition. Hopefully it'll help to bring back a sense of normalcy. We'll make sure the rewards are posted to your account right away. Thank you again for all you've done. Sure thing, it's no sweat. Remember to keep your eyes peeled in the future. Don't want anyone getting the drop on you again.
That takes care of that.
I look forward to them getting the drop on them again in the third game. Hey, we ranked up Chaos. Woo, we're true neutral.
I can barely contain myself.
4 and everything. Alright, so that's one quest down. I swear, getting over being sick and this game giving me like a million lines to read, it's a struggle. It's a struggle.
Go, go, go!
But we're making our way. We're making our way.
All right.
After being away in the capital for so long, my brother Leland has finally come home, and he's still a gutless coward. That's why I'd like to take the opportunity to beat some grit into him. I'm supposed to beat somebody's ass? That doesn't sound like fun. Hello from mobile Twitch. Hello, Julie on mobile. How you doing? Oh, it's over here. It is side quest night, so in case, as long as you don't care about random side quests, you're pretty safe. I doubt you'll remember any of them anyway, because I'm not even going to remember them, and I know who the people are. So you've come, Spriggan. Well, if it isn't the little girlie from the Gecko School. Oh yeah, I remember her. Hear that your big brother is here in Langport, right? Thought he was trying to put some space between himself and home. Thank you for the hydrate. I'm trying. I'm really trying with the hydrate, but this game doesn't have voice acting, so it's a struggle. Memory serves, he was working at a department store in Edith. You said you wanted to fight him while he's here? Hasn't it been a while since you've seen each other? This is the only way he'll listen to me. I'll need your help to get it done. That's why I'm challenging him to a bout. I mean, it'd be like, what, 5-on-1? That seems fair. Ideally, I like to pair with one of you for it. Okay, so 2-on-1. Still. A fight between siblings. May we ask why you would do such a thing? My brother is next in line to take over the head of the Gecko School. And yet, he's run off to the capital. I'd like to convince him to return home. You want your real internet back? I feel that. Hopefully it comes back soon. Gecko School's dojo. That's over in the 2nd ward. You don't agree with what he's decided to do, so you want to fight him, win, and force him to take on his responsibilities. Is that it? Not exactly a complicated plan. Yeah, that's putting it mildly. And complicated is kind of our thing, you know? Seems pretty satisfied with his life in Edith. Why not just let him be? I understand the path he's chosen, but we were born into the main house of the Gecko School. It's a family with deep roots here in Langport. We have a duty to our heritage. Well, I get all that, but you can't just fight, just fight him one-on-one. Why do you need us? Because I want him to take the fight seriously, which I know he won't do if it's just me. That's why I like to duel him in a pair. If he has to deal with more than one opponent, he'll have no choice but to fight in earnest. I mean, I do all the side quests. How is this law? Okay. Beating his sibling's ass because he just wants to live his own life is law? Okay. I mean, maybe we have different definitions of the word law. I'm on mobile Twitch 95% of the time. I hate it here too. That's because you're a victim to Spectrum Internet. So, yeah. I feel that. Anyway. Yeah, I got it. We'll help you out. We know you guys pretty well after all. Thank you, I really appreciate this. Well, at least this should be a simple quest, I guess. In that case, I'll pair up with you. It's been a while since I've sparred with him. Wonder if he's got any new tricks. Does mean you'll be going up against both Van and your brother, though. That okay with you? Wait, what? What's that supposed to mean, brat? Did you attend his dojo as a child? Yeah, I mostly just went to play when I was a kid, but he helped me train sometimes too. He used to be a real hard-ass though, but I think I prefer that over the whole lazy bit he's been pulling lately. Why can't this dude just live his life? Holy crap. Back then everyone in the dojo wanted to be just like him. The nostalgia. Now is not the time for getting sentimental. Let's head over to the dojo.
You have my support, Mr. Arkwright.
Why can't we just let this guy live his life? Like, holy crap. Bro just wants to live his life in the capital, and now they're gonna beat his ass. Like, okay.
Go, go, go!
Wait, I thought it was over here. Didn't it say it was over here? I thought it said it was over here. I'm confused. Oh, it's in second word. I'm dumb.
What are we waiting for?
I'm dumb. I could have swore I saw green there. I guess not.
What's more?
Hi. Do what she wants or she's gonna kick your ass. Well, if it isn't Van, you're a ways away from Edith. Yeah, about that. I'm surprised you knew I was... Ah, yes, my little sister. I'm sure this will be exciting. I'm sorry, dude, we just can't let you live your life, apparently. I demand we have a duel. Your skills have withered in your self-exile. As your family, it's my duty to beat you back into shape. Well, that's no way to greet your brother. I agree. Right on the steps of the dojo, no less. Actually, I'll have you know that I came here on my own volition to renew my sense of purpose. Yeah, I'd like to believe that. You're just snooping around because Baba is out. Oof, saw right through me, huh? Sorry about my little sister trying to drag you into this mess. Me too. Look, I'm just a pharmacist now. Bro's a pharmacist? You know how much schooling that takes? That's not lazy. How are you gonna say he's lazy if he's a freaking pharmacist? Holy crap. Like, I get this isn't our world, but you don't just wake up one day and become a pharmacist. Like, let this dude live his life. I am 100% on his side. I've already decided to leave the way of martial arts to you. I only came back here on a whim. Hey, would you guys mind escorting her home? Yes, please. Stop treating her like a child. She came here to talk to you about something serious. Don't you think you're being... He's being rude? He's the one being rude. Okay. Sure. She may be your little sister, but she still deserves your respect. You can at least hear what she has to say. I guess you're right. Thank you. I've never given up on my dream of bringing you back to the dojo. He's a pharmacist. If I win our duel, promise me my dream will come true. In return, if I lose, I'll resign from my position as a bracer. Hold on a second. You would go that far? I see. You're very determined, aren't you? After all, you even brought the Spriggan along. Which means you knew I wouldn't go along with this otherwise. Yep, take you understand my resolve then. Now let's... However, I cannot accept those terms. I'm assuming you planned on me pairing up with Fan? Someone from another school in a battle to decide who succeeds the Gekka. You see where I'm going with this, right? You have a point. It's got me there. Wonder who would make a good replacement. Not that I plan to help search for one, mind you. My poor old back would simply give out on me. I thought you were really taking this seriously. It really did sound like he'd be budging anytime. Or didn't sound like he'd be budging anytime soon. So now we gotta find someone to take Van's place, huh? What a pain in the ass. Martial artists that could only match Leon's superior skill, but is also a practitioner of the Gekka school. I doubt many fit the bill. There's gotta be someone we know. What about that guy at the clinic? See, yeah, I'm sure he'd be a good match. Let's go have a talk with him. Remember when I said I thought this would be quick? I was wrong.
Off we go.
I was very wrong.
Hello.
Stop by for a drink.
It's all thanks to Aaron.
Not gonna lie, I kind of want him to win. He has a very good point.
Allow me to assist.
Okay, it's just a
to see you
standard
again.
shop. I see. I thought I had heard something about his return. Please, if there's anything you do to help us. A bracer and a member of the Gekka school. I'm sure you can imagine how I feel coming to you of all people. But this is the only way to convince my brother, then I have no problem of asking a former Zing show for help. Yeah, I guess so. I've heard the price is high for leaving the role. Well, I won't deny it. Look, we have no intention of digging into your past. All we need is a little help. I'm assuming you know him? Yeah, I guess you could call us childhood friends. We used to go to the dojo together. There's a lot of Gekka practitioners in Huey's ranks. Never stopped training, but not because I want to keep up with my Zing Shao days. No, I keep training because I'm committed to never performing acts of violence ever again. I think that's more than enough about me, though. Honestly, I'm a bit skeptical of what his true intentions are. Me too. Okay, in any event, the past doesn't matter now. I want you to help. It's my brother's childhood friend, not a former China Shao. I expect you to remember as a core principle of the Gekka school. Violence is to be rejected, not embraced. Yeah, I remember him teaching us that. Why not give them a hand then? You're worried, no? I think you should do as your heart desires. You're right. For the sake of an old friend, I accept your request. Thank you. I'm sure my brother will be thrilled. I was also hoping to finally get a spar in with Fan, but it seems it just wasn't meant to be. Please, I'm more than happy to sit this one out. Maybe next time. Yeah, please give me some time to prepare. I'll come by once I've finished up over here. Alright, let's head back to the dojo. Why can't we let bro be what he wants to be? You know? Like, he wants to be a pharmacist. What's wrong with being a pharmacist? That's a good profession. Some would say a great profession. I mean, I'd rather be a pharmacist than getting punched in the face all day, you know? We found your match. I think it's a very natural decision for him, you know? So soon? Well, this certainly wasn't who I was expecting. Yeah, it was short notice. So now even unfortunately it's been dragged into my baby sister's selfish schemes. I imagine you're not exactly thrilled to be here, huh? I'm just glad to get the chance to help a friend in need. You get beat up by a secret agent platypus every day if you're a pharmacist. Like, if you want to keep blazing around for the rest of your life, all you gotta do is win. No need for any sappy shit. But you're gonna have to clear up all the stuff you threw to the wayside. Your actions affect more than just you. I guess running away is a bad look. Alright, I accept your challenge. That's all I wanted to hear. I wasn't so sure he'd accept. You've got this. Be expecting you to not pull your punches. Now let's do this.
Let's play. Let's do this, challenge.
Oh, I didn't heal him. Well, that could be a problem.
Now's a good time to
Playtime.
activating skill.
I'll leave you speechless. Scarlet Dance.
Here's our chance.
I'm hoping it actually worked. Ow. I don't think it actually worked.
It's go time.
It was worth a try.
Energy output at
Then
max.
you fly. It's go time. Playtime's over. Cypher activate. Gotcha. There.
Yes, attack her. Ow.
Bring it. There.
How goes the fun night of side questing? It's going. There we go.
Here's our chance.
Keep going.
That was how that was supposed to go.
It's go time.
Let's go.
Damn it. Yeah,
Don't
that's not
drop your
happening.
guard. You're right.
Keep going.
Huh? Going all in.
Balls in your court.
You're up.
Playtime's over.
I like how she says she's so serious and she misses.
Blazing flash. Stronger. Here goes.
Activating skill.
Blink and you'll miss it.
Everything ends in the fight. What is this, Yakuza? I mean, in some ways, yes.
Boost gauge limit crushed.
Can't go on.
In some ways, yes. Other ways, no. We did it. We won. Yeah, like there's any doubt. There's a little bit of doubt. I forgot to heal you before the fight. My bones haven't seen that much action in a long time. That could be taken out of context. You don't even look winded. I didn't think I'd ever get to fight alongside you again. Your skills sure have gotten dull, though. Well, I could say the same to you. Let's just say we both did our best and leave it at that. You know, I think this duel has given me a better understanding of you. It has? I don't understand how fighting works in the series. It's like, I fought you, now I understand. Okay. Still, I believe you to be the best choice for taking over the dojo. You're more than qualified, even as you are now. Yeah, it's what everybody wants besides him, and I think what he wants is kind of important. Maybe I'm wrong. Glad to hear you say that. Really, I am. However, I'm afraid I can't honor your request. I'm sorry. You promised. You said if I won, you'd take over the dojo. Unfortunately, that isn't quite what I said. Besides, don't you think it's a little strange for a person who just lost a duel to be put in charge of a martial arts school? Why are you so... I mean, that's a valid point. The request was just for us to participate in the fight. Now that it's finished, that's good. I'm sure it wouldn't hurt to give him a push in the right direction. How should we approach this? Sympathize with Leland, attempt to provoke him. I mean, I'm kind of on his side. Right? Like, I'm kind of on his side here. Yeah, I'm kind of on his side, I'm not gonna lie. So I'll go sympathize. I really do. Listen, I know better than anyone how annoying kids can be, especially stubborn ones like her. They usually don't listen, they can't stop sticking their nose where it doesn't belong, and they just plain run you ragged. Hey, why the hell does it sound like you got something to say to me? Because he does. There's a time when kids have no choice but to face the truth, when they need to be told what they don't want to face for themselves. And isn't that the best time to give them a hand? I think I see your point. I'm gonna give you a concrete answer at the moment. I can't give you a concrete answer at the moment, but... Oh, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Whether or not someone is qualified to become the next master isn't simply a matter of martial prowess. There's also a deep sense of purpose, reputation, propriety. These are all necessary qualities for a master to have. And she possesses all of them. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Well, you say that. Can a bracer be head of a dojo? I don't know. I gotta pile on the wild filly here, but... I remember how the students at the dojo used to look up to you. You had a pretty good reputation back then. What the hell happened, man? Did something go down after I stopped coming to the dojo? I wonder why you stopped coming. We're acquaintances, aren't you? Yeah, but I wouldn't call us close. We've never really talked about stuff like that. I think I've kinda got an idea of what happened, though. How disappointing. Huh? Everyone alright? Yeah. I'm unharmed. Swift is a demon as always. He's fine, probably. Everything's fine. Not bad. You protected the little girl, too. Guess you do still carry the blood of the Gekka school. Why would you attack us like that? Because of you, my brother. The Jing Shou who ended up in Long Kai Clinic, huh? Better than where our own ended up, I suppose, but not quite as satisfying. Sorry I don't live up to your expectations. Felt some kind of energy in the area and decided to stop by. I'm pleased to see some familiar faces. Well then, I'll be taking my leave now. Well, that happened. Who was that? He might come across as a jerk, but I'm sure you saw how powerful his technique was. I don't think that makes it okay, Aaron. Yeah, he's the one who's been stirring up rumors recently, the strongest Gekka practitioner there is. He's the one that Ashton told us about, the foremost fighter of the Life family. See. That would explain his strength. Doesn't seem like he's invested in what's going on, though. And he just shows up and leaves like it's nothing. That info we got from before seems suspicious now. Didn't even try to test his strength. I don't like him. I hope I never see him again. You know, he actually trained at our dojo in the past for about a year. He did. Seemed like every student there wanted to challenge him, and he defeated them all with ease, including me. And that's where you lost. And that's why you lost your nerve. Why can't I word? Yeah, why can't I word today? That's good. Make it better, me. Yes, when he defeated me, I felt the overwhelming gap between our abilities. It was too much for me to overcome. But I believe now I understand the reason for our differences. Words are hard, especially when this game has no voice acting and I have to speak for like 4 hours. Well, that's not what I expected. This doesn't mean that I'm going to return to the way of martial arts, though. However, the emptiness of my soul, it feels a bit more full now. Anyway, I believe our father brought something ought to be returning soon. I think I'll take my leave here. And, I'm sorry for leaving you with such a heavy burden. Hold on, we're not done. Well, that was a pretty weird interruption. Still, at least everything turned out alright in the end. We accomplished literally nothing. Yeah, I'll say. We should probably keep an eye out for that guy in the future, though. Like, what did we accomplish here today, guys? I don't feel like we accomplished anything. I mean, I trust you'll be able to move forward with your life now.
Well done,
Okay.
everyone.
Reward
I
deposit.
guess we accomplished something. Somehow, I guess. Does it feel like we did? No, but I mean, the game's saying we did, so I guess somehow we did.